Large celestial bodies tend to have a complex internal structure, which consists of layers. These layers are formed due to the abrupt change in the properties of matter that occurs as pressure, temperature, and density change. A black hole also consists of several layers. The top layer is the chromosphere. The luminous region is formed due to the ultra-fast acceleration of the falling matter under the influence of high gravity. The next layer is the event horizon. Anything that crosses it cannot return back, not even light. Then the matter accelerates faster and faster, and its mass grows, and time slows down. The value of the gravitational constant increases exponentially, and the gravity of the matter grows faster than its mass. When the gravity of the matter reaches the gravity of the entire universe, its value changes to the opposite. The anti-gravitational field after the inversion layer partially neutralizes the force of gravity of the black hole as a whole. That is why, despite the exponential growth of the mass of matter during compression, the gravitational field of the black hole does not increase to infinity. After passing the inversion layer, the matter begins to slow down intensively under the action of anti-gravity, and the inner chromosphere is formed. When its speed drops to zero, it descends to the outer layer of the core. The core is compressed on one side by the anti-gravity field directed inward from the inversion layer, and by the anti-gravity field directed outward from the center. Inside the black hole is an empty sphere. Where can people live in such conditions? The inversion layer. For an outside observer, its thickness is 1 unit of the Planck length. But for an observer from the inside, the space in this place is torn, and its thickness reaches infinity. The matter from infinity approaches its edge, gradually changes its gravitational charge from positive to negative, and goes to infinity from the other edge. In the middle of this layer there is a section where the attraction of matter is zero, and the value of the gravitational constant increases to infinity and changes its sign to the opposite. For an outside observer, powerful energy flows rage in the inversion layer, caused by superpowerful gravity. But for an observer inside, time stops at zero, and therefore gravity and the energy flow also decrease to zero. Therefore, near this layer, the energy can be warm and gentle, and the force of attraction is soft. Matter in this place can combine into planets with a solid surface, because it has an eternity for this. People living on the surface of these planets will see the light of the chromosphere, the radiation from which goes both up and down. Due to the distortion of space caused by the superpowerful gravity of the black hole, it may seem that this light comes not from a sphere, but from a limited space, from a star or from the sun. Since the sphere of inversion rotates, this sun will even set and rise over the horizon. People will even see stars through magnetic jets reaching the chromosphere. Life is also possible on the inner surface of the black hole core. Anti-gravity from the center will be partially neutralized by anti-gravity from the outside, and the gravity here may be acceptable for life. When the substance passed through different layers of the black hole, it disintegrated into quarks. Subsequently, it had enough time and conditions to form all the elements of the periodic table, which explains the diversity of substances on the surface. In the very center, energy accumulated from the radiation of the inner chromosphere can glow. Due to the distortion of space, people will perceive their concave surface as the surface of a ball. Life can also exist on the outer surface of the core. Scientists who will work in these civilizations will sooner or later guess the true state of affairs. But they will hide it from the population so as not to cause depression. After all, in this case, people are forever locked inside the black hole, limited by the domes of the event horizons, and will never be able to fly to other stars. Just as representatives of external civilizations will never be able to contact them, which explains the silence of space.